I think one of the problems of us moving here is we should have done it 10 years ago.
Everybody says that. Hi, I'm Tommy.
Hi, I'm Eric.
We are here in Ponte de Lima, our new home. We lived in the United States in the California wine country for many years and decided that we wanted a better way of life. And so we started to explore. We met in the Cook Islands a while ago and decided to travel quite a bit, trying to discover where we wanted to be. And it always came down to Portugal. And then it always came down to Ponte de Lima. We were here about 5 times and decided that this would be our home. So in September of 2025, we made the leap and we're very happy.
Yeah, and before we came to Ponte de Lima, we lived in a beautiful spot, but when we came here, the things that work out best for us here, that we really enjoy, is basically the people. When we left Northern California, I was concerned about losing my communities, and I have several different communities that I really enjoy. I enjoy my spiritual community. I enjoy my musical community. I'm a musician. I play the guitar and bass, and so it's really fun to play with other people. And I thought I was going to lose that coming to Ponte de Lima, but I'm finding that there's some great musicians in Ponte de Lima, in this area. And so I'm playing more than I ever played. I'm an avid cyclist. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to lose all my cycling buddies, but I find that the Portuguese are pretty serious cyclists, and it's just a wonderful place to cycle. Great secondary roads to get in and explore.
We've started to, because we're kind of new, of course we're learning language, but we're also trying to be more involved in the community here. And the community here is very strong. It's a traditional Portuguese town, not that big, but big enough. There are many immigrants here that we connect with, but we also connect with the Portuguese. And so we have started doing volunteer things. Specifically, I'm volunteering at an animal shelter here. And you?
I'm volunteering at a bike shop.
We feel really privileged to be here. We've been invited into homes of our Portuguese friends, and we know that that's quite an honor, especially for foreigners. So we're incredibly happy to have this lifestyle and to appreciate Portugal and especially Ponte de Lima. The history here is incredible. It's at every turn, every step you take, you're surrounded by history. People here are incredibly welcoming, and when you can speak a little Portuguese, they're incredibly appreciative too, but that will get better over time. And we enjoy the geography, hiking and bicycling, of course, and just how beautiful it is here, and green. And there are lots of natural resources that stay here. So, and that's not to even speak about the wine, which we love. So it's just been the most positive move that we could have imagined, really. We have a lot to explore. We have a lot of Portugal to explore as well, but our home is here. And now we even have adopted an animal, so we're here to stay.
And before we were here, I spent most of my life teaching, and so I was a teacher, and I remember really vividly about a decade ago going to where I was teaching at a local university, and I had all my stuff. I was carrying all my teaching props to this class that I was teaching, and I passed a class that the door was open. I'd listened for a while. I thought, wow, this is really interesting. I don't want to be a teacher. I really want to be a student. And that's what I am here, because there's so much to learn here. There's so much. There's history, there's geography, there's geology, there's all these interesting things. And so I'm just we're really excited, all the things. When we wake up in the morning, it's kind of like an adventure, what we're going to do. And so it's fun.
So we were here multiple times, but just for short trips. Each time we got out of the car, and we might have parked by the Roman Bridge, we might have parked somewhere else, but every single time we felt like we were coming home.
Yeah.
And so last year we did the scouting trip. We were here for 2 months, making sure that Ponte de Lima was where we wanted to be. And while we were here, we stayed at a lovely, lovely quinta, and that was phenomenal. We were the only people there. And we were able to walk into the town and just feel really comfortable about this potential decision.
Yeah, we're not big city people. We love going to the cities to visit, but not to live. And so the quietness, it's a small town, Ponte de Lima, and it's very relaxing. It's just a great place to be.
Yeah. So our scouting trip resulted in our ability to find a place to live. We began the paperwork, of course, even before we did the scouting trip. But being able to find a place to live actually cemented that in. So while we were here for 2 months, so many events took place. This town of Ponte de Lima, even though it's a small town, there's a lot going on almost every weekend. And during the summer especially, there are so many events that are really exciting and different that we were able to take part in those. We decided that we wanted to give back to the community in a way that connected us to the community, gave us more opportunity to learn the language, and made us happy. So for me, there is an animal shelter here where it's mostly volunteers, and so I go every week and I volunteer to help. And we're starting different projects with them. And
being an avid cyclist, I'm volunteering at a bike shop where I get to meet the local cyclists. And I thought, I'm male and getting to be older age, and so I'm a little competitive, and so I thought, these cyclists in Portugal, that'd be slow. I was very, very wrong. There's some great cyclists here, and everything that I'm doing, the music, there's great musicians, there's great cyclists, and it's just fun to interact. And my hardest part of living here is the language. Is learning Portuguese, and I get a chance every time I step out the door to learn new things in the language. I think one of the problems of us moving here is we should have done it 10 years ago.
Everybody says that.
So I was a teacher, and I spent my whole life in health and safety teaching. That was the main career that I had, and so it's so nice to be a student in life. The culture, it just goes on and on and on of all the things that you can learn from people here. And so it's exciting to me.
So we both, each of us, though we didn't know each other at the time, had businesses that we worked in, just us, and both of those businesses were very successful. And at one point we decided to sell them. And we were able to do that successfully, and that allowed me, for sure, to retire very early at age 56, and Eric to retire a few years later. So that helped, and it helped make our decision to, we don't really have to stay in the U.S. anymore, do we? Well, let's go see what the rest of the world has to offer, and it always landed into Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think we made a good decision.
I think we made a great decision.
Yeah. Yes. On Monday mornings, I go for a walk with a group of men, and what's exciting to me, and we didn't expect this at all, is the immigrants that come here are are all just really cool people. They're exciting, they're well educated, and it's fun to meet these new people. That we like. I go on a walk and there's people from Belgium and from Portuguese too. And there's people from Britain and people from all over the world, and they've been all over the world, and so it's exciting to meet new people.
And they chose Ponte de Lima also.
Yeah.
So that speaks very well about Ponte de Lima.
So one of our things that we really love to do together, and me personally in cycling, is to explore when I'm on a bicycle. And when I was in Northern California, there's great cycling, but here there's also great cycling. I like to go to small villages. I have some villages that I like to go. They're up on the mountains. And so I'm cycling along and I reach one of these villages, and it's like I'm going back in time 200 years. It's like I might have to stop for somebody herding their goats on the cobblestone roads. And I'm thinking, wow, and they're even dressed the same dress that they would use 200 years ago. And so it's like going back in time. And so it's really exciting for me to do that. So that's a way I can really experience this area, is on a bicycle.
We really do enjoy the coffee culture and the wine culture. It's exciting to sometimes just sit in a cafe and watch people go by, and especially on a market day. The open air market every other week is just wonderful for that activity. And we will sometimes go, we have no purpose really other than to just sit and watch and interact. So that's been lovely. We enjoy not just the open air market, but the farmers market that's here, which is pretty frequent. We have our favorite egg lady.
Yeah. And we buy eggs from her, and she hands me the dozen eggs, and I look at her hands and I'm saying, she has spent a lifetime working the soil and with her animals and stuff. And so it's a real privilege to buy from her, because we know where that produce came from. So it's exciting.
I think the most amazing thing in interacting with people in this town is that this is in the north part of Portugal. People really don't speak a lot of English. That's okay. We're learning slowly Portuguese, but if you are kind and they are kind, always kind, there's an interaction that doesn't require words. And that's the example of our egg lady. Not a word of English, not much Portuguese. And so it's just been wonderful in that way, that we feel very welcomed by the people here. We feel very enchanted by the town itself because of the geography and the history. And I can't say more about Ponte de Lima because it is such an incredible place to live. And we love that it's a small town, and it will probably stay a small town and not get huge, which is good. That's what we want.